In today's video, we're going to talk about how this book, Drive by Daniel Pink, can help you to stay motivated on the weight loss journey. So in this book, he talks about how, there are different kind of motivation systems. He talks about motivation 1.0 being just that biological urge that we all have, in order to get ourselves to do something. You're hungry, you go kill something and eat it. But then motivation 2.0 is like a more advanced system. And that's the idea of the carrot and the stick, so rewarding yourself for good behavior and then punishing yourself for bad behavior. Now, all of us have done this on the weight loss journey. I think tried the system of carrots and sticks, so like maybe you'll say, well, if I get out there and do my workout, then I'll have a donut. Or you might go the other route and try to punish yourself. So like maybe if you slip off plan, then you say, well, I've got to go work out for 2 hours at the gym. And what most of us have found is that motivation 2.0 doesn't really work for the long term. Now, I think this is the big thing that changed for me, was that I kind of stumbled upon these motivation 3.0 principles that we're going to talk about. And that made all the difference. So there are basically three main areas that you need to focus on when it comes to motivating yourself. And the first area is autonomy. So autonomy just means that you are in control, just reminding yourself that you're in charge of this whole process. And this is great because it reminds you that you have freedom. You have the freedom to decide what your goals are and what your plan is. The problems really come into play when you think other people are in control. Like this other person is telling you to lose weight, or this other person is telling you how much weight you need to lose. But instead, if you can take ownership of all of it, if you can just remind yourself that this is your body and this is your weight and you have to live with it. So you get to decide what weight you want to be at, and you get to decide what kind of foods you eat, and you get to decide what kind of exercise you do. When you do all that, you remind yourself that you have autonomy, and that can keep you motivated. And this is why it's really important to pick your plan that works for you in your life, and to remind yourself that if at any point you find that you're unhappy with some aspect of the plan, that you're in control of that. You get to change it. The second area is to focus on mastery. So he talks about the idea of getting into flow. The important part about flow is that when you're there, you're not really paying attention to time. And this is important on the weight loss journey. If you can get yourself to a point where you're enjoying your plan so much that you're really not focused on the calendar, that you're not like obsessing over how fast the weight is moving down, because you're just enjoying yourself. The weight's coming off, you're feeling great. That's a good place to be. And he talks about the Goldilocks zone, which is that sweet spot where you're challenging yourself enough to keep yourself motivated, keep yourself interested, but it's not so difficult that you can't do the thing. So the idea is you maximize for enjoyment, but you keep challenging yourself. And I found that this was true for me when it came to OMAD. OMAD provides just enough challenge for me on a day-to-day basis. I like that it is a bit of a challenge, but it's not, to the point of me being uncomfortable or miserable. The same is true for my 6 mile a day walking habit. For me, that is something that feels challenging enough, but not so challenging that I can't consistently do it. Now, the last area that's important to focus on when it comes to motivation is your purpose. In other words, you need to know why you are wanting to lose weight. And the deeper you can go with this, question, the better off you're going to be. Like for me, it was things like, I want to be able to keep up with my kids. I want to feel comfortable in my own skin. Those things helped keep me motivated the entire weight loss journey and have kept me motivated in maintenance. So if you're having trouble motivating yourself, I would highly recommend you pick up this book. Again, it's not about weight loss per se, but I think you'll find some really helpful lessons in it. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you found it helpful, and I'll see you in the next one. I want to take a moment to thank all the insiders who have joined this channel. Insiders get access to my vlog, and in my vlog, I talk about how I'm implementing intermittent fasting in my own life in maintenance. I also talk about experiments I'm running, and I give behind-the-scenes looks at this channel. Insiders also get shout-outs and access to a weekly members-only live. If you'd like to become an insider, just click the join button below. Thanks!